got a lot of videos out on YouTube about chunky shelves, and for some time I used to say I would not do the sort of shelf that just floats straight off the wall. I mostly do shelves that are in alcoves because I always said to people, stick them off the wall and they will droop, whatever you do. So I always just do them in alcoves. But I was requested to make some shelves for this makeover of a house in, where are we? The Wirral, near Liverpool. So I was requested to make these shelves, and I tried one in this style for the previous filming job we'd done in Leamington Spa, which I've done another video about, the one with the floating desk. Of course, that shelf was actually fixed at one end, so it had a bit of support. These ones came straight off the wall, but based on how well the other one worked, I was fairly confident to do these using the same method. So after this little talky bit, I'm going to show mostly photos of the whole process of fitting it. I also described it recently on my Instagram account, so do follow me there for other little tips about how we make stuff. I just thought I'd show you, now that these are finished, how strong they are. This is a dot and dabbed plasterboard wall, so there is a void behind that, up to maybe 1.5 inches or so, but I've gone right through that with a 10mm bit and put 10mm threaded bar into that hole with resin, and made sure there was resin at the front where the plasterboard is. And we've got a good result. So I did fit them with a very slight incline upwards. Now they are ever so slightly inclining downwards. So I think next time I'd probably put a little bit more of an upward tilt on them. But as you can see, that's pretty heavily loaded, and that's not really going to move any further from the looks of it. I'll check on these ones. I've got some pretty valuable pottery on these. I haven't actually checked these yet. So that has retained the slight upward slope, probably a little bit less, bit less heavy loaded. That one's near enough level. Now this is just a solid wall, so we're not working against the plasterboard over the surface, so you've got a solid support right to the front of the wall there. Well, have a look at the build photos that I'll drop in after this, and you can look up the episode of George Clark's Old House New Home. I'll put the link in the description below. But this was quite an interesting transformation of a house. It's been knocked right through and redone in the arts and crafts style. So it should make a pretty good episode. Okay, thanks for watching. So what I've had to do here is prop it to level with these sort of kind of cheap acro props, so it's level that way. And I've just had to tweak it up and down, and I ended up resorting to a little bit of downward force here because it wanted to raise. And I've put it just ever so slightly leaning back, because these go pretty rigid when they set. But I reckon if it's just tilting upwards a bit, I mean a fraction, then it's only going to settle down a bit with weight, so it's better to err on that side of caution. So I managed to get it just about right. This side was sitting as it should be there anyway, but I think because one of the threaded bars here was slightly leaning down on the drill, I've just had to force it. But when everything goes rock hard with the resin and the stick saw adhesive at the back, it pretty much stays however it's been locked in position.